Hello, and welcome to Wake Tech's virtual open house. My name is David Cooper, and I am the Interim Dean of the Academic Success and Transition Resources Division. Our administrative assistant is Donna Calhoun. Our focus in this division is to support our students as they make their way into their program of study. The keys to your success could be found in one or more of the departments in our division. We have a first-year academy department, which houses our ACA courses, and the department head is Tanya Green. We have our academic foundations department, which houses our pre-curriculum and English as a foreign language courses, and the leader of that department is Cherise Millsaps. We also have a disability support services department, and the director is Annalita Ragland. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to these department leaders and their staff to give you an overview of how they can help you be successful at Wake Tech. And once again, thank you for joining us.
Hello, my name is Tanya Green, and I'm the department head for the First Year Academy, which is part of the Academic Success and Transition Resources Division. I want to talk to you a little bit about the First Year Academy and the courses that we offer. We offer the Student Success courses, ACA 090 and ACA 122. While both of these courses are ACA courses, they do have a different focus, but the same goal, which is to provide the support to first-year students so that they are making informed decisions in meeting their academic and career goals. ACA 090, Student Success Strategies, is a 3-credit hour, 3-contact hour course, and it is required for students that are taking Math 003 and or English 002. In this course, students really are given the support to help them make that first semester a smooth transition to college. There's a high level of student engagement, not only in the course, but also with the campus community and college resources. There's a focus on successful study skills as well as habits of successful students, which lead to greater academic and career success. ACA 122, College Transfer Success, is a course required for students enrolled in our college transfer programs of study. So if you're a student whose intention is to transfer to a 4-year college or university, and you are enrolled in one of our college transfer programs of study, you are required to take ACA 122. And the topics covered in ACA 122 include career exploration, college resources, and also setting and achieving goals. At the end of ACA 122, all students should leave with a plan for a successful transfer to a 4-year institution. So, take ACA your first semester at Wake Tech and be college strong. Any questions, feel free to contact me. You can also search FYA on Wake Tech's website to find out more information. Next, you will hear from the Academic Foundations Department. Thank you.
Thanks for being here and for your interest in Wake Tech. I'm Cherise Millsaps, and I'm the Interim Department Head for Academic Foundations. In Academic Foundations, our courses are designed to help students prepare for academic course loads in degree-seeking programs. Placement in our courses is based primarily on your high school GPA, but we may offer placement tests in some circumstances. Academic Foundations offers courses in English as a foreign language, pre-curriculum English, and pre-curriculum math. I'm now going to let you hear from Michael Jones, who's our Associate Department Head for English as a Foreign Language, and Roderick Fleming, who is our Associate Department Head for Academic Foundations. They're going to give you some more specific information about our courses. And thanks for joining us today.
Greetings. My name is Michael Jones, and I'm the Associate Department Head for English as a Foreign Language. Let me tell you about our program. English as a Foreign Language is an intensive academic English preparation program that has 4 areas of instruction: listening and speaking with some pronunciation, academic reading and critical thinking, grammar, and composition. We have 4 levels of instruction: basic, low intermediate, intermediate, and advanced. Composition has a 5th level that teaches research and MLA format. The time commitment necessary for this program would be Monday through Friday. The classes are 50 minutes each. We have morning classes, mid-afternoon classes, and we do have some evening options available for levels 4 and 5. We are located on the Southern Wake campus primarily. That's all of our levels. Northern Wake campus has levels 3 through 5. The RTP campus, we have levels 4 and 5, and online, we have levels 3 through 5. We also have things to help our students. For example, academic and program advising. We talk to our students about majors, courses, prerequisites, admissions criteria for different programs, and also college transfer information that can be very confusing, not only for native English students, but also international students. We also have an EFL lab, which has tutoring and language cultural education. We also have clubs and college resources. For example, the International Friends Club, which hosts the International Day Festival in November. We also have assistance locating college resources such as the Career Lens Lab. If you need more information, please contact me, Michael Jones. I'm the Associate Department Head for English as a Foreign Language. On the Southern Campus, I'm in Building C, Suite 109. Telephone number is 919-866-6700. My email is mtjones@waketech.edu. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Pre-Curriculum English and Math. These next few slides shall discuss the courses we offer, their delivery methods, and supplies needed. We have numerous types of delivery methods for our English and math courses. We have our traditional classroom, whereas students put bodies in seats for their scheduled days for the entire semester. We have hybrid courses, which students spend less than 50% of the time on campus, and the remaining time is delivered to them online. We offer blended courses as well, which students spend the time equally on campus as well as online learning. We have asynchronous classes, which is fully online. And finally, thanks to us having to improvise to address the needs of students through the COVID-19 virus, we offer synchronous virtual classes. These are courses that meet virtually online at scheduled days and times for the student to interact with their instructor and collaborate with their fellow classmates. Our pre-curriculum English is broken into 2 courses, English 002 and English 011. English 002 is focused on preparing students for college level reading and English, while English 011 is a co-requisite course that provides support for students taking English 111. Our math courses consist of transition and co-requisite courses. Both utilize the material seen here, lab books, calculators, and pencils. Our Math 003 offers 1, 2, or 3 tiers based on the student's career path, while our co-requisite courses, Math 010, Math 021, Math 043, Math 052, and Math 071 are available for students that are ready for their gateway math courses. However, they need that extra support to remind them of their foundations and fundamentals of algebra. I am located on North Campus, Building F, room 416. Please feel free to stop by for a quick chat or for directions to Wake Tech resources. If you are in need of academic advice as well, if I cannot provide the answers you are seeking, together will get you in the right place for your questions to be answered. I can also be reached at refleming@waketech.edu or by phone 919-532-5855. Again, welcome to Wake Technical Community College.
Hello, my name is Anjali Duraglin, and I am the Director of Disability Support Services here at Wake Technical Community College. I'd like to take some time introducing you to the different roles within our department, services that we provide, and how to gain access to those services. Our department consists of 24 employees. We have 2 assistant directors. Our North Campus Assistant Director is Starlette Vaught. Our South Campus Assistant Director is Dana Hunter. The assistant directors provide the initial review of documentation to ensure that our student requires academic accommodations. The administrative assistant for our department is Amanda Miller. We have 5 coordinators who are assigned to each of the campuses at Wake Tech. Our coordinators meet one-on-one with students to set up their accommodations, provide academic support counseling, and assist with advocacy skills. There are 2 sub-departments that assist us with providing specialized access for our students. Misty Patinelli is our Assistive Technology Manager. We are blessed to have an accessibility assistant and an AT assistant. This team provides support with creating captions for material presented in the classroom, e-text, brailing, as well as training for AT software. The head of our interpreting and transliterating department is Jennifer Boyd. This team houses 4 full-time interpreters and part-time temporary staff as needed. They are able to provide communication access on campus as well as in the virtual classroom. We ask that interpreting requests be submitted 3 days in advance for any college activities outside the classroom. We also have 4 learning specialists who provide assistance with organization, time management, study skills, and test preparation. 2 of our specialists provide support in general courses, and the other 2 specialize in courses that require mathematics. These sessions are provided 1 time a week to students who are registered with our office. You may be wondering what is required to begin the registration process with our office. Information is outlined on our website at disabilityservices.waketech.edu. You will find a tab on this page labeled Prospective DSS Students. I've outlined on this slide the 4 steps listed on our website. You will need to complete a documentation drop-off form, which begins the initial inquiry process. You will also need to provide current documentation that outlines how a medical condition affects your academic performance. We have documentation guideline forms listed on our site for your convenience. We are able to receive documentation in person at any of our campuses, via fax, or email us at dssaccommodationrec@waketech.edu. After your documentation is received, our assistant directors will review the information and let you know whether or not we can proceed or if we require additional information. If we determine that you require accommodations, you will be scheduled an initial interview appointment with a coordinator. This meeting will provide the final layer to our interactive process to discuss and finalize your academic accommodations. If you are looking for guidance on understanding the differences between the services and accommodations provided at the high school level versus college, please go to our website and find the resources link. It will share with you a variety of information, including how IEPs and 504s do not exist in college, as well as the responsibilities of the student to self-identify and request services in the post-secondary setting. You will also find information on self-advocacy tips. Here is the contact information for our assistant directors, coordinators, interpreting, and assistive technology team. This information is also posted on our website under the Contact Us link. Please feel free to give us a call or send us an email if you have any questions after the conclusion of open house. I want to express my excitement for your interest in Wake Tech. It is our absolute pleasure to assist students with providing equal access to their academic goals. I look forward to chatting with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining Wake Tech's virtual open house. Make sure to smash that apply button right now because we can't wait to see you as a student. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at admissions.waketech.edu. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for hanging through that presentation. There was a lot of information. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box and we will answer all of your questions. There aren't any right now, but I really encourage you to put some in there. We can let the Dean of the area chat for a minute here while we're waiting.
Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate that. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Thank you. So that was a 1,000-foot view of the things that go on in our division and each of our departments. We are fortunate to have a representative from all the different areas that you heard about here on the session today. So if you do have questions about any one of those areas, First Year Academy, any of the ACA courses, any of the developmental pre-curriculum math or English, how you get into those classes, who goes into those classes, how they're helping you. If you have any questions about the EFL, English as a Foreign Language, or Disability Support Services, please feel free to ask any questions that you like, and we'll do our best to answer them. If you have questions about anything that wasn't in the presentation today, feel free to ask those as well. And if we can't get you an answer, we'll certainly get the answers to you one way or another, and get you connected to the right person.
All right, we have one question that has come in so far. It's kind of a tough one. They would like to know, how do you know what is the best choice to go with an associate's degree or a transfer degree?
Yeah, that, well, I'll weigh in, and if anybody else has anything else they want to say, that's fine. But it really just depends on what it is you want to do, and it's going to take some education on your part to figure out as a job or a career what industry wants from you. So if all you need is an associate's degree, and a lot of programs that we have will get you right into the job market and get you more than a living wage and set you well on your way. Some, if you want to be an instructor like us, a lot of us, we have to go and get the bachelor's degree. There are a lot of programs that require, a lot of careers that require a bachelor's degree, and on up from there, even master's degree. But there are a lot of fields that only require the associates, and not even associate's degree. Some of them only require a diploma or a certificate. So just getting started is the main thing to get going, and then as you're moving through, the advisors will be able to help you answer the question as far as what's required, whether associates or higher from there. Anybody else have anything else about that?
Tanya is going to chime in here, and I think that this person has added on a little bit, and they said they don't know what program to go into, and you may have some help for that.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you, Ellen. And I'm just going to piggyback on a few things that Dave said as well. It is important to go to advising. Advising is kind of like your first stop there to really get an overview, to have someone kind of sit with you and talk about what your goals are in terms of your career goals or your academic goals. Another thing I would suggest you do, and of course, I mean, I'm a little biased, but take an ACA course. We do a lot of career exploration and goal setting, and we do some research on careers and what it takes for different careers. And so an ACA course would also kind of help you, give you that information, give you some time to take a step and say, okay, am I wanting to go to a four-year college or university, or do I really want to get an associate's degree from Wake Tech, which is designed for me to get the experience, the education, the skills that I need to go straight to work, and then perhaps go back and get that 4-year degree at a later date. So see an advisor, take an ACA course, work with us as we work with Career and Employment Resource Division. Thank you.
Thanks, Tanya. We have quite a few questions coming in right now, and any of you guys that are on here, if you want to answer it, just like tap me or something.
I
This
think Michael had something to add there.
Oh, okay.
All right, hi. For international students, this whole American college experience can be really confusing and challenging. So what I usually talk to my students about is a choice between 2 years for job or 2 years for college transfer. Because oftentimes they say, I want to have a degree in accounting. And I say, well, is that bachelor or associates? And once I find out that they want the bachelor's degree, then I have to explain. If your goal is a bachelor's degree, college transfer is the name of the major, not the final degree that you're going to get. So if you want a bachelor's of accounting, you don't study accounting at Wake Tech, you do college transfer. And we have 5 different college transfer majors. So there are resources that we can use to help you figure out which of the college transfer majors you might want. And if you're in an EFL class, if you're part of the EFL program, English as a Foreign Language, then I would be your advisor, and I would make sure that you understand all the different resources that are available to you, because we don't want you to waste your time and your money studying things in the wrong direction and then having to come back again. So for the EFL students, we have a lot of resources specific for those students.
Thank you. This person says that they want to get an associate's degree first to go down a career path. Can they jump from one associate's degree to another? Do any of you guys?
Yes, you can.
You can?
Jump from one associate's degree to another. The only problem is, let's say, for example, you go a year down the road of an associate's degree for accounting, and then you want to go to college transfer instead. Some of the classes that you may have done for the accounting degree might not count for college transfer. So in that case, you might not be able to use those credits for the transfer process. It could also go vice versa. If you're in the college transfer program and then you say, I want to be in the associates for an accounting degree, then some of the classes that you took for college transfer, such as biology, wouldn't count for the associate's degree in accounting. So you need to kind of plan ahead first before you start taking classes, but you can change. You're always free to change majors. I had one student in here, I'm not joking when I tell you she changed majors 5 times in 1 week. So it can lead to classes being taken that you didn't need. That's really the only danger.
And let me just add to that too, that like Jose Fabre was talking about in the beginning, he has 2 associate's degrees, and a lot of times if you get one associate's degree, a lot of those courses that you took, a lot of the credits will transfer over into another degree, so you have to take fewer classes and to get that second degree as well.
Yes. All right, this is kind of a general question, but it's very important. They just say that they need to know how to get started, getting their classes set up and everything.
So after you apply and become a student, then the next thing you want to do is like Tanya was talking about, see an advisor, and they will get you set up with everything that you need to do as far as getting classes. Certainly you can go on to the registration site to start looking for classes, but you really aren't going to know what you need until you meet with an advisor. So apply. Once you're accepted, then the next step is to see an advisor. And I can't stress that strongly enough to make sure you see an advisor.
Yeah, our advisors are here to keep everyone on track. There's a lot of them. They're taking virtual appointments right now also, which is very convenient. I put the advising website in the chat over there. It's just advising.waketech.edu.
Right, and you can see them virtually or on campus by appointment.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Can I add a point?
Of course.
Yeah, for those who don't know what program to go to or what job they want in the future, you can go to the Career Lens Lab. The Career Resources folks, they have a lot of resources that you can use to kind of figure out what matches your interests the most. And then they'll also show you things like what the salary would be, the job availability is. So that can really help you to figure out what you want to do. So the Career Lens Lab has been a very good resource at Wake Tech.
It is. Our Career Employment Resource Office is amazing. This person is asking, this is a little specific here, they would like to pursue an associate's degree in business administration. Is this degree in the university transfer track, or is it transferable?
Not as far as I know, others can speak as well, but my understanding is if you want to get a bachelor's degree in business administration, then the major that you would take at Wake Tech is Associate of Arts in College Transfer. And then you'd be in the general classes for 2 years taking English, math, sociology, psychology, biology, general classes. And then after those 2 years, you would transfer to another school, NC State, UNC Chapel Hill. Pretty much any college or university in America will accept the degrees that Wake Tech offers because we are an accredited institution. So a student can do 2 years here and really benefit from the education we provide. I'll give you an example. If you're taking English 111 at Wake Tech, they're taking English 111 at a very large university as well. The difference is you're paying much less here. You have a teacher who is dedicated to teaching you specifically, will know your program, will know what you need, will see you in class every day. Class sizes will be smaller, not more than 30 to 35, I would say. Big university, you're in a class with 500 students. Maybe you raise your hand and nobody will see you. Your professor's not going to really know who you are, and it's going to be taught by teaching assistants. They don't really know how to teach yet. So they're getting their experience teaching the first-year college students. So English 111 over there, I don't think would give you a better education than you could get here at Wake Tech for a whole lot less. So college transfer sounds like the thing that you need to do.
Can I just piggyback on that?
Of course.
Helen? Okay, and I agree totally with what Mike was saying. I would suggest that that person interested in business administration and wondering if it was university transferable. I agree 100% with what Michael said. I would just also advise that they speak with a faculty advisor in that area specifically, just because there are a few colleges in North Carolina that have smaller agreements, we call bilateral agreements with community colleges that we don't all know about because we're not advisors, but the faculty advisor in that department would definitely be able to tell you if there were any colleges in North Carolina that would accept an associate's degree. They have a special agreement, but by and large, what Michael said is you probably want an associate's an arts degree to transfer to a four-year college or university, but I would say check with a faculty advisor in that department for sure.
All right, thank you guys. This person is saying that they're curious about sorry, it looks like the video has kind of gone down. Oh, Tanya turned off her camera. Sorry about that. This person is curious about getting an engineering associate's degree to be an HVAC technician. Now, I know those are two different things. Can anyone elaborate on that? I know it's not exactly our area here, but
for a bachelor's degree?
And getting an associate in engineering versus doing the HVAC program.
Ah.
Yeah, and those are two different programs. We have applied engineering program, and we also have HVAC in the same. Actually, yeah, they may be in the same division. So you might have courses that can transfer between the two programs, but those would be two separate degrees.
Yeah. Now, what you could do, and sorry if I'm cutting you off there, Dave. What you could do is you could do the HVAC degree, And let's say you go out in the field and you get a job in HVAC. You could come back to Wake Tech and take other classes towards another certificate or degree, either for college transfer or for another area. So you can build on things, because I know that a lot of people say, I need to get a job as quickly as possible. So I need just the 2 years and then get a job, and then I can come back and take other classes to build, and then maybe use that to transfer to a 4-year program, and then do 2 years at, let's say, for example, NC State, to get a bachelor's degree. So it is possible.
There are tons of options. It's figuring out which one is right for you. This person, Jerome, is asking, they have over 20 years of experience in law enforcement, so they're wondering if they should do criminal justice or college transfer.
That would all depend on the degree.
Well, yeah, that's true. What is the end goal there? Right. If they want a 4-year degree in criminal justice, right? Or if they are just looking for a college transfer degree, and then they want to transfer maybe into something else. I'm not sure. I will say, if you are seeking a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, Wake Tech does have an agreement with North Carolina Central University, so that you can actually take many of your classes at Wake Tech and at Central. So we have that kind of a partnership with them, so that you can get your 4-year degree. And it's a partnership that we have with North Carolina Central University. So if you're looking for a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, that would probably be the way to go.
Yeah, that's all the questions. I'm going to put my face on here so I'm not the person randomly talking to you anymore. If you guys have any other questions, I think we have about 7 minutes left before our session ends. If anyone has any other questions.
And Ellen, while we're waiting, I just sent you a little message about the question about business administration. Catherine Lassiter is the dean. I don't know if you can pass that along to whoever asked that question. And then for HVAC and applied engineering, the dean is Laura Eddington. So that would just be 2 contact people. If you could put that in the chat, possibly they could take those names and follow up.
In addition, Janie Slaughter is over criminal justice, for that person that was interested in criminal justice.
Yes. How did you send that to me, Dave?
It was in the chat. I think it was just the private chat for the presenters here.
Okay, I'll find it and put it over there.
Okay.
We have a few more questions. When will the course dates be announced for the spring 2021? I can't believe it's 2021. The spring 2021 semester registration.
I believe it's October 22nd.
So I know the answer to this one. The schedule will be live in self-service, which you can look at register.waketech.edu on October 22nd, and registration begins on October 30th, and we do tiered registrations, so people that are already Wake Tech students that have lots of credit hours and are almost ready to graduate will get to register first, and then it'll go down to new students, which you guys would be new students. So I think it's like a week or so after the 30th.
Yeah, I think the new student registration begins on the 16th. Usually it starts at about 1 p.m. for new students.
Yes. Let's see.
Thank you, Ellen.
You are welcome. Okay. Sorry, slow reading. Erica asks, they have a few credits from another major, which is criminal justice and law enforcement background. Is it possible to test out of those classes to get a degree?
So typically, most degree programs you don't test out of them. If you have a course from another institution, it could transfer in and replace one of the courses in the program of study. On rare occasions, they do have challenge tests, but more often than not, it's just you're using their credits towards a different course in the program.
All right. Here. Is there any more questions? I know a few people have asked me about those emails that Dave said. I'm going to look for them. I have a hard time talking and typing.
So if you go to the little message icon in the top right where the chat is.
I see it. I need to copy and paste it.
And then, I'm sorry, I don't have email addresses, but Tanya has Janie Slaughter's name, and then I have Catherine Lassiter and Laura Eddington's name for the different programs they're asking about.
All right, and you guys can look up, we have an employee directory on our website that you can look up these people's email addresses, or if you want to hang tight, whenever this is over, if you give me a few minutes, I can go find them. It'll just take me a couple minutes. Let's see, anything else? Yep, working on the HVAC person. The advising, lots of questions about how to get an appointment for advising. If you go to their website, just advising.waketech.edu, they should have some links right at the top to do a virtual appointment or we're using Microsoft Teams for our virtual appointments, or if you want an in-person appointment, you can do it through Microsoft Bookings and pick a time and day to go into campus. You can also choose which campus you go to. And that's just advising.waketech.edu.
And they can also get there from the Wake Tech website, waketech.edu. Is that right, Ellen?
Yes. Yeah, if you are on the homepage of waketech.edu, I believe you click on, I'm going to go there real quick so I don't get it wrong.
All right. Good idea.
If you click on student services at the top, on the top right there, you have all of our student services, admissions, financial aid, advising, all right there where you can go to any area that you need. All right, we just have a few minutes left. I will find those email addresses for you guys and send them, I promise. Does anyone have any final questions? Dave, any parting words of advice?
There's no other questions. Mike touched on this, but Wake Tech is a great place to either get your degree or start your degree. And if your idea is to transfer to a four-year university, there are very few employers who are, if you're even remotely concerned, and you shouldn't be, but if you're remotely concerned about going to a community college first before you transfer, there is nobody who's going to look at your first 2 years. They're going to look at where you transferred in your four-year degree, if that's any concern. And it shouldn't be. It's like Dr. Rawls talked about. Wake Tech is the #1 online community college in the country, and so we have a great reputation. And students do very well. By the way, students do very well when they transfer. Who start here, they actually, I've heard, do better than the students who start at the four-year university their junior year. Their GPAs are actually higher transferring in from Wake Tech in their junior year. So yeah, the cost of college can be extremely expensive. So starting out at Wake Tech, it really makes sense. You're going to get the same degree, and like Mike was saying, you're going to get more attention from your instructors, but you're also going to be able to transfer and save yourself a ton of money.
I couldn't agree more. I'm still paying on my student loans. Make sure we got all these questions in here. Oh,
yeah, I do want to say thank you to everyone for attending. We appreciate you taking the time, and if there's anything we can do to help you out with any other questions, please let us know. The information to contact us is in the slides, but check us out on the directory as well, and just give us a call. And welcome everyone. We appreciate you attending our session this evening. And that was a brief 1,000-foot view of our division. We are one of 7 academic divisions in the college, and then there are a lot of that's only the academic side. We have the whole student support side, our student services side. So it's a very large college. A lot of different things are probably going through your head at this time. A lot of different questions. So we're going to do the best we can. If we don't have the answer, we'll get the answer to you as best we can. So in our division, as I said in the beginning of the video, our job is to support you and when on your way to your program of study. Whether you're taking ACA, whether you're taking English as a foreign language, whether you're taking your pre-curriculum English or math, all those courses are geared toward just supporting you and helping you be successful, and specifically successful in your first math and English class, college level math and English class here at Wake Tech. So students will come to Wake Tech, they'll apply. We used to have a placement test, but for most students, we don't have placement tests anymore. If you are a student who graduated from a high school in the United States, it'll just basically go off your GPA from your high school. And if your GPA is 2.8 or above, you will go right into your college level courses. If your GPA is between 2.2 and 2.8, and this is unweighted GPA, if it's between 2.2 and 2.8, you're going to go into your college level math and English, but you're also going to have a support class, and that was those co-requisite English and math courses that Roderick was talking about in pre-curriculum. If your GPA is below 2.2, you're going to go into the transition courses, which is the Math 003 and English 002. Along with that, you'll also take an ACA 090 class. For students who are looking to transfer, you'll also be taking the ACA 122 course. So again, that's kind of a brief overview of what's going to happen once you apply and where you're going to get started in our courses. So at this time, if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
Okay, Dave, we have one in the question box. And the question is, did you say that English 002 and Math 003 are prerequisite courses for English and math courses? Yes. So if you come to Wake Tech and your GPA is below a 2.2 from high school, you're going to take English 002 and Math 003, and those are going to be prerequisite courses. So you'll take them before you take your college level math and English courses. That is correct. Are there any other questions that we may have for Dave? And again, just to follow up on that again, if to reiterate, if you're between of the GPA between 2.2 and 2.8, then you'll come in and take your English 111, which is our freshman comp class, your first year English class, or your first year math class, but you're going to be taking a support course along with that, just as a little extra help to get through those courses. We still have a little time. If you have questions, please, once again, if you look at the top right-hand corner, there's a question mark there, and that is where you can ask your questions for Mr. Cooper. Yeah, and I'll follow up also with disability support services. If you have a documented disability, you'll just supply that information to, it's an online process. You can submit it to the disability support services department, and they'll get extra accommodations, whether it's extended time on tests or quizzes, extra tutoring, quiet time, a quiet place to take your test, things like that. So there's extra accommodations for disability support services students as well. Okay, and we have a few more questions coming in, Dave. Sure. The next one is, could you say the prerequisites for the 3.0 or higher GPA? So students who have a 2.8 or higher, you would not take any prerequisites. You would go right into your college level courses. So you could take English 111 is the most popular English course that most programs require. So you would take English 111 and you can go right into your math class, whatever college level math class. So you wouldn't have any prerequisite courses below that. If you have a 3.0, then you're good to take your college level courses. Okay, and we have a question from Tanya. Tanya asks, what documents do you need to request accommodations? IEPs don't exist, but does IEP records suffice, or testing records?
Yeah, and it really depends. So if you have an IEP, then you can submit that and they may be able to use that. Otherwise, it's going to take documentation from a physician, but all of that can be found on the website at our Disability Support Services link. So if you go to the Wake Tech website and search Disability Support Services, you'll get a link to find out what documentation. Actually, what probably is easier is just to contact them directly. And we have people there from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and to answer all those questions for you.
Okay, next question. Will someone contact me about where I will be placed?
So what would happen is you will apply to the college, and then you'll submit your high school transcripts. And then you're going to go in and talk to an advisor. And at that point, when you're talking to an advisor, they'll let you know what courses you're going to be taking at that time. And I can't stress this strongly enough. I mean, it's possible for you to apply and not see an advisor, but you're going to be guessing at the classes that you need to take. So once you apply, you want to set up an appointment to talk to an advisor, and then they'll get you set, because you're going to talk about what kind of programs are available, what interests you, and they'll be able to give you a lot of information and then prepare you for the classes that you need to take. And that's going to be the most efficient way to get your degree or diploma or certificate, is to see an advisor, because they'll help map out that program course for you.
The next question is, if your program of study does not require any English or math courses, will the prerequisites still be necessary even with a GPA less than 2.2? I'm just trying to think if there are any programs that don't require math or English. And if they don't, then it depends on if the other courses in the program require a prerequisite, and that would be up to the division itself. But honestly, I can't think offhand of any programs of study that do not require English or math. But you can check with the advisor when you talk to them, and they'll let you know for sure. Okay, next question. If I have any questions about a specific class or major, who would I need to email?
So again, advising would be the best place. We also have the Brian, help me out here. What's the...
So you will have an opportunity to also speak with our admissions area, our admissions information assistants. They can be located virtually. If you go to our website, waketech.edu, you can look for admissions. And on there, you will see a box where you can click and connect with us virtually. And those admissions information assistants can be the people who can walk you through the various programs in which we have to offer.
Thank you. Yeah, Brian works on the student services side of the house, so he's a little more knowledgeable about that.
Okay, we have about a minute or two. Are there any more questions that anyone else has to offer? Dave, if you want to send out your information, we can publish that as well in the question and answer box if someone wants to just email you directly. I know a lot of times people may think of things later on and they may not want to ask them publicly.
Right.
We work with all types of students, and their learning styles are very different, and their comfortability is different with different things. So we want to make sure that we get to you all what you need this evening.
Yeah.
And I see that we have a few more questions coming in as well.
Oh, good. So let me just, my email is D as in David, Cooper @waketech.edu. And my number is 919-866-5635. You can also reach me on Microsoft Teams if you have that available to you. That's what we've been using a lot over the last 6-7 months. And if you need to talk over Microsoft Teams, I'm available through that as well.
Okay, and we also have a few more questions that are coming in as well. Next question is, if you want to transfer to a four-year college, but you are not sure what program of study to join, do you offer some guidance or direction along the way? And yes, you want me to handle that one, Dave? Or you?
If you would, yes.
Okay, yes, we do offer some assistance with that. We have a wealth of resources. Something that what you may want to look at is on our website. It's called Career Lens. It's offered by our Career and Employment Resources area. It gives you an opportunity to kind of see what are some of those emerging careers, what are some of those careers that are dying out. And it lets you know a little bit more background information as to where these careers are growing at, where they're going to be in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And it also talk with you about what you need to know about the actual degree program to be successful in it. Use that resource. Academic advising really won't do any advising or conversations with you until you have been admitted. So your first step would always be with the admissions office, with the admissions information assistants. They will be the ones who will be the people to walk you through the basic process. Once you've been admitted, then academic advising will go on a little bit further with you and talk with you more about those degree program which you chose and make sure you're in the correct degree program. I hope that answers your question. We also have another question, and the question is, you've listed a number of math courses. Do the math courses vary based on what your course of study would be? Or would you say if you were taking English 111, is there also a math course that goes along with it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So English 111 is pretty much the English course that goes with most of the programs, but there are 5 different gateway level math courses you can take for different programs. So depending on what your program is going to be, if you're going into a STEM field, science, technology, engineering, or math, you're going to take 171, which is pre-calculus. If you're going into baking and pastry, you're going to take math 110. So there's 5 different courses available. So it just depends on what your program of study is, and that'll determine what math class you'll take.
Okay. And I've just put Mr. Cooper's information in, so you can contact him if you have other questions. I'll give you a few more seconds. Don't know if you have any other questions in which you would like to ask of us this evening, but we do thank you for your time. We enjoyed answering your questions. You had a lot of great questions this evening. And also, please take the opportunity to look at our other resources that are available for us for open house. There are also some other sessions that will be taking place later this evening, as well as on Saturday morning. And even after these events are over, you can go back to our website and view those events or anything which you've missed. We have a great Q&A session from our students, leaders here on campus. Please take an opportunity to view that. You'll learn a lot more about us here on our campus. And it looks like we have another course. Are courses like math, another question. Are courses like Math 171 offered over the summer?
Yes. Almost all of the, again, what we call gateway or entry level, college level courses are offered spring, summer, and fall. And usually morning, afternoon, most of the time at night, on campus, well, typically for under normal circumstances, on campus, seated classes, online, hybrid. So yeah, they're offered because obviously most students are going to be taking these courses, so we want to make them as widely available as possible.
All right. That was a lot of information. I'm glad you guys stayed with us. We have Cherise Millsap here, who is going to answer your questions. If you guys want to go ahead and start putting questions in the Q&A, we will get to them. Cherise, is there anything you would like to talk about while we're waiting on some questions? Oops.
Thank you. Just wanted to say good morning and welcome to Wake Tech on a Saturday morning. We're glad to have you joined with us, and hopefully you got some information. If you have questions, of course, feel free to ask. I thought that I might mention briefly the difference with our courses related to hybrid and synchronous virtual and online learning. That is the format for spring, and we are grateful that we have been given this opportunity to have many of our classes meet virtually. What that means when you begin to register is that you will see a note that indicates your class is online, but it will also have a note that mentions that the class meets synchronously and or virtually is the term that's used, and that is on Microsoft Teams. As students, once your account is created at Wake Tech, you automatically have access to Microsoft Teams through Outlook. We found really good success with Teams, even actually more so than Zoom. And so we are looking forward to giving you an opportunity to sign up for these classes where you see an actual person like we're looking at right now, someone who can help you and direct you and teach you in a live format. We also videotape those class sessions, and so that if you happen to miss class, you have an opportunity to go back and review the session. So if you have any questions about that, I'm happy to answer those. All departments don't offer virtual at this point, but we are working to get more departments on board with that.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, feel free to put any questions you have in there. We're here to answer anything. While we're waiting for some questions, would you suggest that everyone takes an ACA class?
Absolutely. ACA is the basis for getting started off successfully in college, and it helps not only for students who are going to transfer, but also for students who are in two-year degrees and program-specific degrees at Wake Tech. ACA is very informative with regard to like student success and how you can be a successful college student. Obviously, we find that college presents many different challenges than high school, and so ACA gives you a good basis for that, good support. It also provides opportunities for you to recognize and make use of the resources that are available at Wake Tech. It's a great opportunity for you to start off with your grounded footing in college and begin to understand more about the college process. So yeah, absolutely a great opportunity. ACA 090 is for basic foundational skills, and those courses collaborate with the pre-curriculum courses, which are English 002, Math 003, and then the co-rec courses also, which you take in combination with your gateway courses. ACA 122 is, as mentioned in the presentation, for students who do not need pre-curriculum classes and are considering directly transferring. Also, I find many times students are unsure about what they want to do, and that's perfectly fine. That's a great place for you to be at community college. I mean, when else in your life are you going to have an opportunity to decide your trajectory for your future? So ACA is a good place to start, even if you don't know whether you want to transfer or whether you want to stay at the 2-year and just get a 2-year degree. We really welcome that uncertainty. I find that sometimes students are a little bit hesitant to say that because they think, oh, I should know what I want to do. Take the opportunity right now to get an ACA, get in any of these pre-curriculum courses, and ask questions and think about what you really want to do in the next 2 years. So just look at that as an opportunity. Don't look at it as a negative.
Definitely. I'm going to pop my face on here so you guys know what I look like. Another question is, when does spring registration start? It's a good one.
Okay, yeah, actually spring registration starts Monday, October 26th. We have been working really hard to get our schedules all ready to roll, and you are, as a new student, I think you have to go through some processes in order to be able to register, and that may include seeing an advisor, but Monday is the beginning of spring registration.
All right, here is one. They say, good morning, welcome. They would like to do a bachelor's of science in computer science. What course is right for them at Wake Tech?
Okay, well, a bachelor in science in computer science would be a transfer degree. So the best place to start is to begin your program in ACA 122, unless you have pre-curriculum courses. And then also you can reach out to the computer technology program to see if, I believe they offer a transfer degree within their program. But if you're looking for a Bachelor in Science for a 4-year, you want to also begin to think about an Associate in Science or an Associate in Arts. Both of those degrees transfer and put you in the right place. Obviously, some of your prereq and your elective classes that you take at Wake Tech will help you to be better prepared to transfer into it as a junior. So you would want to reach out to that program as well. I hope that answered your question.
We have a great information technology department as well. They'll be able to, you can look them up. If you go to just programs, I'll put the link in there, but programs.waketech.edu has all of the programs at Wake Tech that you can get a certificate, diploma, or degree in, and you can browse through there to see if there's anything that interests you. This person says that they have submitted their information to DSS a few weeks ago, and they're wondering how long it'll take to hear back.
Well, certainly you should be hearing very soon. And if you want to send me a direct email, I can, or if you want to look at Angelita Ragland's email contact information, we can follow up with you about your communication. It is likely that you should hear, obviously, very soon because registration starts tomorrow. Oh, excuse me, not Sunday, Monday. So my email is cmillsaps, MILLSAPS, @waketech.edu.
Typing and talking there. Wonderful. This person says that they're a senior in high school, and how should they work towards using NCTAP, NCTAP, if it's possible, given that they're a senior? I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, that's a curveball. NCTAP. Should maybe be familiar with that, but I'm not. So if you could possibly give me some more information or give me a second to Google.
I can Google it. Well, if you want to look that up, I can answer the next one. How do you set up your Wake Tech email account? This is a great question. It's very important to get it set up and continue to check it. You can go to activate.waketech.edu and it will walk you step by step on how to set it up. Let me find the web page for you. And we send lots of communications to your Wake Tech email address that'll keep you informed about everything that's happening. So make sure you keep on top of that. Let's see. Are there any exercise science or kinesiology majors? We actually have a health and fitness program. Let me find that. I was going to the programs page already. So we have, you can get a couple different degrees in our health and fitness programs. I will link that to you right now.
Okay. I did find a little information. There are two NCTAP programs. One is the National Guard Tuition Assistance Program, and the other is the Triangle Apprenticeship Program. So if you are in I would not sure which one, but I'm thinking maybe the Triangle Apprenticeship Program, and that is an opportunity for you to work, I guess, in high school with your associate degrees in applied science. And so if you are interested in that program, I would suggest, or if you're even enrolled in that program, I would suggest that you reach out to your advisor and notify them, which you can have an advisor at Wake Tech. Your senior year is a great time to do that. So I would share that information, and that person can help you to channel into the correct program that will apply your apprenticeship to whatever program you're looking for at Wake Tech.
All right. This person is asking, they want to pursue a degree in dental hygiene. Would it be best to get my associates in science in my first year, or is there another route?
I believe that Wake Tech does not offer a dental hygiene.
I think we do have dental hygiene.
Okay, so I suppose you have the option of getting a dental, I'm looking up here to see, but you have the option of getting a 2-year associate in applied science for dental hygiene, and that would be here at Wake Tech, or you would be able to get an associate in arts and transfer for a 4-year. Oh, yeah, there's dental hygiene. There it is, and a 4-year at about 4-year university for that. And was that the question, or?
I think it was, do they need to get their associate's degree first, or is there another?
Yeah, so actually you would not need to get an associate in arts degree first. Since Wake Tech does have a dental hygiene program, that would be an associate in applied science, and you would reach out to that department, and that is on the Perry Health Sciences campus, but also I'm sure there are links here. I'm looking at this dental hygiene credit program link right now, and that is under the programs and courses link, and you can find information about that, which means that you would then get a 2-year degree in dental hygiene.
All kinds of, I put the programs page in there for you guys, but we have over 200 different programs, diplomas, certificates, and degrees that you can get. So there's all kinds of options. The best way to figure out what is best for you and what you want to do is to speak with an advisor. They are taking online and in-person appointments right now, and you can talk with them. You can set up an appointment if you go to advising.waketech.edu, and they will help figure out which is the best route for you to get where you want to go. I think we have a few minutes left if anyone has any more questions. Is there anything else you would like to talk about, Charisse?
I will mention that I received information yesterday from Advising about a virtual advising link across campuses. This is the new one is for continuing AA and AS and program change students. And so maybe you aren't, if you're not already a student, this wouldn't be relevant, but we also have a new link for individual appointments for students who need an on-campus advising. So that is available from waketech.edu/student/services/advising. I don't know if that's relevant to say all that, but it's a new link. So I will say, based on that information, Advising is really reaching out in many ways to try to help you know where you need to go. And I know that Wake Tech offers self-service, and we really encourage students to make use of that later in your college career. In other words, you would want to touch base with somebody in Advising before you start trying to register yourself through self-service, simply because it's so easy to make mistakes early on, and it's so much better to have somebody help you through that process. So Advising is your first point of contact after you apply to Wake Tech, to be able to be guided in the right direction. Sometimes it'll be simply giving specific details about how to find your programs and how to pick the first classes for your first semester, but don't ignore the opportunity. You know, it's a great opportunity to reach folks who are, their job is to figure out where you would need to get to be at Wake Tech. In addition, the pre-curriculum program, our department is designed to help you know what you have to take before you take other classes. Many students that come to Wake Tech now, or any community college in North Carolina, have prerequisite and co-requisite courses. What that means is you're going to be required to take some courses before you're able to take the curriculum or program level courses. So feel free to come to our department and let us help you figure that out. Advising knows all about that when they get your application and your information from your high school. We place you in those programs based on your high school GPA as is the first measure, but there are other measures such as placement test, or depending on how many years you've been out of high school and or whether or not you have a high school GPA. So just realize that we are here to help you figure out what you need to take and where you need to be so that you're ready to make your time count and not have to stay too far or too long in those pre-curriculum programs.
Yeah, everyone is here to help you guys get where you need to be to, do what you want to do. So we have another question. This one's a little specific. This person says that they're a middle-aged mom, so a non-traditional student, and they're looking to start a career in business administration. Would you suggest going for a degree or non-degree classes? And it's kind of specific.
Yeah, well, I think it's awesome that you're looking at different options, because certainly there are different ways to achieve your goal, which is, getting a job in a business administration. I think we have degree classes that would give you an associate in applied science, which would help you to be able to have that degree that helps people get a job sometimes. But if you are thinking about just getting a certification, that might also be an option. I think the best process is to begin to look at the classes you need for heading in the direction of a degree. And then maybe once you talk to an advisor and they recommend someone in that business administration department, you can make the decision about whether you want to get a degree in business administration or just a certificate. But that's an excellent opportunity for you to look and focus on how you can actually make that happen.
Yeah, guys, I think we just have a few more minutes if anyone has a question to wrap this up. Ben asked, and I think that I answered him right. I just typed back, when can he apply for the fall 2021 semester? Do you know that application normally goes live after the spring semester starts, I believe. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's
Is that correct?
That sounds correct.
All right, just a few more minutes. Trace, do you have any last tips for our viewers here?
Last minute tips would be ask questions and reach out. Sometimes in this 8 months we've been in, this COVID world, it may feel like the process is less connected to you just because of the nature of this interaction. It's harder, I think, for some people, not everyone, but for some people it's harder to feel like there is someone, a physical person at Wake Tech who wants to help you find the right place to be. But we are all there for you, and we all want you to find where you need to be. And so just ask questions, take the initiative, be brave, reach out, go exactly where you think you want to go in terms of your path, and just take the opportunity to reach out. If you don't get the answer, maybe some of the questions you asked today, I didn't give you the right answer. Don't give up. Just be sure that you know that Wake Tech is an amazing place. And I've never worked in all my career with so many people who are willing and able and ready to help students. So just don't be discouraged. Reach out and let us help you in any way that we can. And we want to help you. We're here to help you.
Definitely. All right, before my person comes in and tells me to wrap this up, thank you guys so much. You had great questions. I hope this really helped you. Again, reach out to all of us, anyone. If you have any questions, don't forget, if you have not already, apply to come here. It's apply.waketech.edu. It's an easy application. Registration is opening next week, so you're right on time to get that application in. We have one more question that came in. They say they lost connection when you answered the question about applying for fall. All right, you can apply for the fall application. I believe will be live in January after the spring semester starts. So you have plenty of time to get that together. So we have the next round of sessions starting at 10:45. So hop into one of those. There's a financial aid one. That one's very important. And then at the end, I believe it's at 11:30, there is a live Q&A with an admissions specialist where they can answer all of your questions about applying and getting accepted to Wake Tech. So thank you guys so much. I really hope this was helpful, and have a great Saturday. All right. Oh,
All
wow.
right.
I was worried no one was asking questions at the beginning. I was like, oh.
Well.